How's it going, my RWBY friends? Thanks for tuning in to another video. This time we're talking about Weiss and Ruby and RWBY and their combo attack Ice Flower, as well as their ship WhiteRose, as well as how it pertains to Volume 6, the upcoming RWBY Volume that will start in October at the end of this month, basically. So that's going to be super lit. Now, before we get into that, though, I just want to mention this angle because you might not have seen this weird camera angle before. The only reason I'm doing it now is because my lighting in the house is really weird. If I tried to do it squared up, I have like a big shadow on me, so I'm doing it in this weird angle. That explains that. Now, the other thing I'll say really quick before we get into the video is that if you've been tuning into my live streams, you might already know my opinion on this topic because we did talk about it in the live stream recently, but not everyone can make it. So now we're making a video on it so everybody can enjoy. Anyways, so apparently at the recent Rooster Teeth panel, they showed a little clip from Volume 6, and in that clip, amongst other things, was a scene where RWBY pulled Weiss and her semblance activated, and there was a swirly, red and white swirly combo attack with Weiss and RWBY. Now, when I say it like that, it sounds a little bit crazy, right? RWBY's semblance, Weiss was able to be a part of RWBY's semblance. Like, the way you phrase this is very important. Because the first time I heard this news, it almost sounded to me like the person that was telling me this news made it sound like Weiss used RWBY's semblance, but I don't think that's the case. Again, the context is very important. I haven't seen the actual clip yet, but we do have some history of something similar happening with Nora and RWBY. Way back in Volume 4, Chapter 1, RWBY pulled Nora into her semblance to give Nora a speed boost and help Nora finish off the Geist Grimm. Now, I will play that clip for you guys really quick in case you don't remember the clip I'm talking about, because it's been a few years. So, here it is. Alright, welcome back. So that's the clip I was talking about. If you weren't already remembering the one I was talking about, now you do. So, point is, I think it's going to be a similar type of thing which RWBY and Weiss do in Volume 6. I really wish I saw the sneak peek, but I didn't, sadly, so I only can go off the information that I have been given from other people that have seen it. But it sounds like it's going to be the same kind of thing that RWBY did to Nora, which is awesome, though. It's not just awesome that RWBY and Weiss are having a combo attack. It's awesome. It's literally just awesome that RWBY is using her semblance. I don't even care how. I'm just caring more so that she's using it, because in Volume 5, RWBY never used her semblance. Like, literally never used it. She was in a fight for her life at the end of the volume at Haven. She never used her semblance, and that was one of the issues I have with Volume 6, or I'm sorry, Volume 5. Especially when she jumped at Emerald at the beginning of the fight. Like, she literally could have used Rose Petal Burst to get there quicker and more efficiently. Instead, she jumped up in a very telegraphed manner, and Emerald countered that. RWBY never used her semblance in Volume 5. And she only used it twice in Volume 4, and barely twice. Like, she really used it, like, one good time in the Geist Grimm fight. Well, maybe more than once in the Geist Grimm fight, but the point is, like, one fight, right, against the Geist Grimm. And then she used it, like, literally one time against the Knuckle Lave, and that was it. Never used it against Tyrion, and there are other times when it could have been helpful. She just never used it. So I'm excited that she's going to be using her semblance again in Volume 6. Even if I didn't know this was going to be a Weiss combo attack, I'd be excited. But the fact that it's going to be a combo attack has me even more excited, because RWBY, Team RWBY, not the show, Team RWBY, in the show RWBY, they have some of the coolest combo attacks, like, ever. Like, it's always awesome to see the Checkmate, the Ice Flower, Ladybug. Like, Team RWBY has great synergy together. It's one of the things that makes them so good at being teammates. A lot of other teams don't have that kind of synergy. They might have some synergy being teammates, but not on the level that Team RWBY has. So I'm very excited that we're going to get a RWBY Weiss Ice Flower combo attack. That's going to be awesome, and I bet it's going to be animated very coolly. I can just imagine RWBY's red and Weiss's white, and it's going to be this nice red and white swirl to attack a Grimm or something in a very epic manner. I cannot wait. And since that was shown in the sneak peek, I imagine it's going to happen pretty early on in the volume, unless the sneak peek was like just a random clip from a random chapter in the volume. But I don't think it works like that, so I'm assuming it's going to literally be like Volume 6, Chapter 1, where this attack happens. So that's going to be awesome to see early on. I wonder who they're going to be fighting, or if it's just going to be training or something. I don't know, but I do know that they're going to do that from what I've been told. So those are my thoughts on the Volume 6 RWBY Weiss Shinji combo attack. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like what RWBY did with Nora. I don't think it's going to be anything like RWBY is giving her semblance to Weiss. I don't think it's going to be like Weiss is using RWBY's semblance, like some weird stuff like that. I think it's going to be RWBY's using her semblance, and she's able to pull Weiss into it, just like she pulled Nora into it. Maybe in a slightly different manner, right? But still, like, basically that kind of thing. So it should be pretty awesome. So the last thing I want to mention as we wrap this video up is thank you guys all so much for your support recently. You guys know I've been dealing with some copyright issues, and my live stream was disabled, and I had a strike and all that. I made a video on it recently, and you guys gave me a lot of support, some well wishes, and all that stuff, positivity, and all that. And it paid off because, well, if you saw my community tab post yesterday, I got the strike removed. We won the fight, so thank you guys so much. That's freaking epic, and it happened sooner than I was expecting too, so that's really cool. Still, thank you guys who all subscribed on the second channel. I'll probably still keep it. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use it for just yet. But it's good to have backup plans, and that one's, you know, that one's activated now and everything. So it's a good backup plan to still have. So I'll figure all that out. I just wanted to give you guys a thanks for that. And as we head into RWBY Volume 6, I'll be doing a ton of videos coming up to build that hype in our community, the HeroHei community, as we approach Volume 6. And of course, I'll do a lot of videos during the Volume 6 as well. But I'm really going to step up the content creation for RWBY from this point on, so we can keep moving forward and ride that hype train to the end of the month where it all will kick off. I can't wait to experience Volume 6 with you guys. It's been so fun covering Volume 4 and Volume 5, and now we'll have Volume 6. It's a great experience, guys. I can't wait. I'll see you then. Peace.